All right, big smiles today. How you doing today?
Doing good. You feel me?
All right, we're here with Alomod, Dwayne, my mans. How you been, man?
I've been cool. Just
All right, just chilling. I see, huh?
Yeah.
Big chill. All right, so we're gonna get into it. When did you start writing music?
I started writing music when I was like 14 years old.
14.
Yeah. And what started it was I was like in the 7th or 8th grade,
Right.
and I was interested in becoming an actor because
Will Smith.
in class there was I used to make the students laugh,
Right.
teachers laugh, stuff like that. And one of my teachers even tried to get me into acting school, but that never came to pass. But anyway, trying to be an actor, and I was trying to think of a way where I can get established young and then convert to acting.
Right. Okay.
So that's what started my rap journey.
Right.
But once I found out how good I was becoming over time with rapping.
Mm-hmm.
Acting became less of a desire. I still would like to act, but my main focus is rap right now.
Well, we in front of the camera right now, so you kind of camera friendly. It's okay. You do any? I'm sorry about that. What was the first instrument you learned to play? Since you like music, right?
The first instrument I learned to play. My older brother, had a Casio piano.
Casio piano.
Yeah.
Okay.
So on that you can it was electronic. So you can
my boy good with the keys.
So you can change to different instruments and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I started playing that at first, around 8, 9, before I even started writing.
Okay. All right.
And then when I went to Kent State, I took a course called Cultural Expressions. I learned how to play the djembe and the doom doom, African instruments and stuff like that.
Well, we over here making African instrumentals and everything. Okay, so you said you learned to play music before you wrote, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who and or what inspired you to be part of the music industry?
Who and what? All right, so when I started writing, what's funny is my favorite rapper at the time was Lil Wayne. So no matter who, it used to be a store on Chester downtown, or Chester or Prospect, where they sold mixtapes and documentaries and porn and shit like that.
A bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, and I would go in there and get a mixtape I think his name DJ Chicago, Pretty Boy Floyd.
Oh yeah.
Evil Empire. Wow. And sometimes it'd be a collective of different artists. Sometimes it'd be just Lil Wayne.
Right. Okay.
Mixtape. And whenever I see a song, even if I already heard the song already, I'll buy that mixtape with the Lil Wayne song on it.
So you like Lil Wayne's lyricism,
right? But he wasn't really the one who made me want to rap.
Okay.
But he was the one. Once I started rapping, he was the one that I
He was like your stepping stone for the platform, right?
Yeah. But what made me want to rap? Yeah. But what made me want to rap was, I was watching MTV, and Young Jeezy, Our President is Black, came on the music video, and I just thought it was so raw how, it was certain scenes where he'd be rapping, and then he'd be like a circle of people around him, and they was dancing, sort of like a fraternity.
Okay, something like a cipher or something.
Yeah, I just thought that looked so raw with the music.
Right.
So that's what really sparked the idea to start rapping, to convert to acting.
Okay. How did you learn to write your raps?
At first I was writing line and then dash, line, dash. That's how my uncle taught me.
Right, okay.
And then later down the line, my brother, he was like, you should write it. Instead, line, dash on the same line, write your rhyme underneath that line, rhyme. Because they help to read it better.
Okay. Spread everything out so you can understand every word.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. Would you agree that it is very important to learn, study, and understand older music and music history?
Yes, I believe so because I think once you study the greats or study your past, you get to get a better understanding of music, where it's been and where it's going. I feel like a lot of people today, like younger than me, listen to today's music, but they don't really know a lot of songs that they are being sampled.
Right, or where everything comes from.
Right. So sometimes I go back to music, listen to like jazz or blues or like our parents type music. Like damn, Kanye sampled this or Jay-Z got this from this type shit. So I feel like it's fun to listen to older music just to listen to like the message or what they was talking about in that era.
Do you listen to music outside the genre of music you create?
Oh well, yeah. I mainly listen to rap.
Okay.
But I do listen to like Afro pop.
Okay.
A little bit of jazz.
Does it give you like inspiration to do anything? Like write new music?
Yeah, like it give me inspiration on like ways to arrange and structure instruments or what type of instruments to use.
It gives you different outlooks on how your music could be.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up.
But still be rap.
Right.
But it have like different flavor.
Yeah,
outside
it's your own take on everything.
Yeah.
Do you are you from an artistic or musical family?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Like I don't have no like famous relatives, but
I mean, they ain't gotta be famous. I got family that make music too.
Like growing up, my mom used to play a lot of music, mainly like gospel, like Kirk Franklin, Mary, or like Drew Hill, R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, or like when I go to so she would sing. My dad used to sing.
So you did
my uncle, somebody like my uncle, he a big fan of Joe Levert. All his kids can sing. You feel me?
Right.
So, yeah.
That's what's up, man. It makes you so much better just because you come from that. It gives you a better understanding so you ain't confused on a lot of things.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What role did music play in the early years of your life?
I think it played a huge role because, like when I be like in my room, like when I was younger, and I used to play video games. I used to have the stereo CDs before streaming. You feel me?
Right.
So I had Lil Wayne's, or I had like listening to Outkast and Chip the Ripper Double Trouble mixtape.
Oh man.
Tupac, Biggie.
All the hard copies.
And like even though I had like a social life young, a lot of times I spend a lot of my time by myself. And while I'm by myself, I would listen to music. So I think that played, a big role in me, in my childhood.
So, your name, Dwayne.
Right.
Your stage name is Alomod. What's the story behind that?
Oh. It's funny. So, originally, it's two different stories, but it comes together so beautifully. So.
Okay.
So, my middle name was supposed to be Almond.
Almond?
Right.
Oh,
I was supposed to be named after my uncle.
Okay. I never heard
my dad,
that.
my paternal uncle. And fast forward to when I'm 16 years old, I get my ID for the first time. They ask you to put your first middle last name.
Right.
I wrote Almond as my middle name, but somehow it came back Alomod. But I didn't notice that until later in the day when I showed my big sister. She the one that acknowledged it. She was like, she didn't like it. She's like, oh no, you gotta go change that. They got you sound like a Muslim. Da 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 da. Right? I'm like, okay. So I never got it changed.
Okay.
So how I get my name? Originally my name was Young Amazing.
Okay. All right.
And now in retrospect, that shit was lightweight corny. So a
little straightforward too.
So I was working with this guy. I was working with this lady who I'm still working with, and she knew this guy who did art, and he did research and found out it was over like 19 rappers in Ohio alone with that rap name. So he like, you gonna have to change it.
You're right.
So I was thinking. So the next day, after he told me that, me, my cousin, my auntie, and my mom was going to see my cousin who was incarcerated in Mansfield, right? My mom brought my birth certificate to I guess to prove that I'm her son. I don't think she even needed to do that. But before we got the car, I'm like, let me see the birth certificate. Opened it up, and my middle name was Alomod on the birth certificate. So I'm like, shit, I'm going with that.
A typo turned into reality.
Yeah.
Let's look at that. It turned out good though. That's kind of a dope name for real.
Yeah, and it's pretty like unique,
right?
Creative,
it's original. Yeah. Ain't nobody even know about it.
Right.
All right. Moving on. Has your style changed since the beginning of your career?
I would say so. I think in the beginning, my previous projects like Get Ready, mainly Get Ready.
Mm-hmm.
I still had like the lyricism, the stories and stuff.
Right.
But I was sort of implementing what I hear other people rap like, and I think that's a phase when a lot of rappers begin to rap. They rap like who they listen to.
Right. Yeah.
So I was rapping about, even though I'm in the hood, from the hood, I was rapping about, killing, and I never rapped about drugs though, like selling drugs. I'll say the people around me do the drugs, but I don't. I rap about killing and street shit, but I still had like the lyricism and the storytelling and like.
That's to me. I feel like that's your best part, your storyteller.
Yeah.
Because you've always, ever since I met you, you've always been good at telling stories, and like my favorite bars from you is when you did your open mic and you did your candy bar bit.
Uh-huh.
That was probably like, because I was a candy man back in college. I would have nothing but big boxes of candy tucked under my bed because I went to go to the store, and that's just that. It just related to me. I just feel like listening to the song earlier that I had and Nat, it just made me feel like you progressed in a way that I'd never imagined. I couldn't imagine, mainly because I haven't really been around you too much.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I'm here, I'm seeing your growth. I'm seeing everything coming to fruition that I thought. And now I'm seeing that it's so much more that you want to do, and it's so much more that you could do. And I'm just glad to be here, man. And it's just like, cool.
Hold on. I got.
I know. I was just talking. I was rambling and stuff. I'm gonna let you finish though. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. So over time, I just developed my actual style. Especially once I started hearing different people who had different styles. Mm-hmm. Once I branched out my ears to other styles of rap, I just thought of ways that I can, be myself.
Right.
I can talk about my personal life. Don't
find
necessarily
out a little bit more about yourself through listening to other things.
Don't necessarily gotta rap about what everybody else rap about.
Right, exactly. That's what's up.
And my delivery over time got a lot better. Like if you listen to my songs on Get Ready,
oh yeah,
they was good, but my delivery wasn't always there. I was only like 6.
I like when you came with that energy though. Like that right there. I haven't heard that from you, so that kind of caught me off guard, and that's why I'm sort of resonating towards your growth, So yeah, I see the style change and how it made you into a better artist too. Mm-hmm. So, we talked about music and how it impacted you, and you played certain instruments. But is there any instrument that you would really wanted to play that you never got a chance to?
Like learn to play?
Yeah.
The piano. I played a little bit, like the beats that I make is on the keyboard, right? But it's self-taught. It's not. I never had like a formal education, on piano. Okay. So piano, I would like to get better with the djembe, hell yeah. And like the drums in general, like the drums with the cymbals, like the snares. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. I have an acoustic guitar at my house. And I play it probably like once a week. Just getting better.
How long you been playing it?
It was a gift from a friend like 3 years ago, but I've been playing for about a year and a half now. So like I'm getting better, and like I'm starting to get callous on my hands from it. But yeah, that'd be my instrument that I want to play, like actually play, instead of just doing it as a something to do.
Yeah, like you want to be able to like perform it.
Yeah, I want to be able to make a song off of my play.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, or just serenade somebody, you know.
Right.
Okay. Now you talked about Lil Wayne and a few other rappers. Who would you say resembles your style the most?
I personally don't think my style sound like anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, I don't always sound the same on every song.
Right, and that's a good way to think too.
But because of that, other people have compared me to different people.
Right.
A wide range of people.
Okay.
Who I don't even think I sound like.
All right.
Like
that's real.
I got Lil Wayne.
You did.
I got Cassidy, Pusha T, Chingy. Romero said my voice sound like Chingy.
Really?
Remind him of Chingy.
That's funny.
I got Eminem, KRS-One, Will Smith.
Ooh. Not many people will say Will Smith. He actually did have a good flow, and he didn't really curse in any of his songs. So
yeah,
it was kind of.
I think that's why. Feel. I think the Will Smith come from probably I don't cuss a lot, and I have some positive.
It gives the music like much more of a natural sound instead of it being. I feel like curse words come from pain, so it's just like it feels as if you were happier with your art instead of being angry and wanting to portray it. If you get what I mean.
So you're saying that if you didn't, because you'll feel happier with your art. They sound happier.
Yeah. I guess I'm
yeah, I sort of see like I don't interpret cuss words as bad words. I feel like it's more of emphatic expression. Like it helps emphasize your emotions. Because not all you can cuss, but it not necessarily can be in a negative context.
Was it,
you know?
Enhancement words.
Yeah. It's like emphasize the feeling.
Yeah, right. Okay.
But sometimes people do cuss and it be unnecessary though.
That's
and
true.
It can just be
especially little kids when they be out at the park and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel it. Let's see. Let's get back into these questions. Have you been in any competitions?
Yes.
Ooh,
and I'm glad you here because the story I'm about to tell you probably was there. It was at Kent State.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And you know the person who I'm talking about.
Oh.
This is the first contest I was in. So the first contest I was in. So before we get to that, let me tell what led to me started doing competitions. Right. So the summer after my freshman year at Kent State, me and G was she was taking me to different poetry events, and one of them was called somewhere on the west side. Okay. I think it's called TikTok or the TikTok Tavern or something like that.
Yeah, I think I heard TikTok Tavern. Yeah, I think that.
And we went there, did a little stuff, but the place was really like an open mic for comedy.
Comedy, okay.
So me and her was the only poets there. So anyway, once I did that, I'm like, y'all finna go to Kent and start doing it.
Right.
So, I see Damien.
Oh man.
I see Damien, and he like, you want to do this poetry thing? Be a part of the slam? I'm like, yeah. I think it cost like $10. All the participants paid $10 if everyone get the money.
Right.
So, the event wasn't happening until like a few days later. So I'm leaving class, and I see Kim.
Oh man!
Right.
Old squad.
Right. So, I see him. He's like, "Hey, you going to the poetry thing?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, I'm excited. It's gonna be a lot of new talent, and I'm excited to hear new people." Right. Keep that in mind.
He said, "Keep that in mind."
So, right after that, like we like where the Mac at in the front part.
Annex, yeah.
Yeah. So he go down the stairs. I think he's going to Bowman. And I go to the hub.
Okay.
I see Elfram, Damien, and a female. I don't know who it was. So I'm like, hey, what up? He was like, I think Elfram was asking, was I going? Or am I ready or whatever. I'm like, yeah. He says, that's what's up, because Jakim said ain't nobody on campus fucking with him, basically.
Oh,
ain't nobody,
man.
ain't no competition. Something like that, right?
Man.
So I'm like, get out of here. I just saw this nigga. I just saw him.
Walking right past.
And he didn't say none of that.
Not a damn thing.
He had he had that type of energy.
Where'd
right?
that confidence go?
Right. So, I think it was that night.
Mm-hmm.
And so I go to my dorm. John was my roommate, John Goff.
Oh, right.
So I said with him, like, basically everything I just told you, what Jakim said, what Ephraim said. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm finna show him. I'm finna show him what's up. Right? So we go to Oscar Ritchie. Mm-hmm. They had these pieces of paper in the hat.
Okay.
It was one, like 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to like
however
many. Yeah.
Okay.
And the way it works, y'all, whoever pulls the card, this is so crazy how the universe works. After all that talking, whoever pulls the card, they go against the next person. Like if I pull 1, number 2 go against me in that round. Mm-hmm. Number 3 go against 4, 5 against 6, right? Right. I think I pulled 3.
Oh man.
This nigga Jakim pulled 4.
Oh yeah, it's over with.
Right?
I'm on you. I'm on you.
So now our styles are different.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all don't know who Jakim is, he more like an LL Cool J type.
Smooth.
It's smooth.
Suave,
most of his content is for women, poetry and shit, right? Where I got a more rap background and more of like punchlines and stuff, right? So I think I go first. I do one of my classic pieces called Articulate. The crowd go crazy, and then Jakim come. He do his female stuff.
Right.
And then they afterwards both contenders come to the judge. And they like give it up for him. The crowd makes a noise. Maybe give it up for him.
Whoever gets louder. And
they both was loud. They was loud for both of us. Mm-hmm. So they had to do it again. And then Jakim ended up winning the second time. Right. Mm-hmm. But he dapped me up. And he told me, really, I was supposed to win that. But he said, due to the audience was predominantly female.
I think I do remember that. It was mostly women in that audience.
Oh, you was there?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, I was there. I was definitely there. That was like one of the first competitions that everybody had, where everybody was like participating, getting paid for it. Yeah. Like so. Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I remember that. Ah, man, that was a while ago, though. But,
like 2015.
Sheesh.
The fall of 2015.
That's crazy, though. He definitely gave you your props, though.
Yeah.
Definitely gave you your props after talking that. But
and then, so that was my first contest. My second contest, it's funny, most of these contests is resolved around Ephraim and Damien hosting. Mm-hmm. Right. So throughout the school year, I was going every Friday doing spoken word with them, or my raps, acapella. And the 2 big ones, I feel like, I think it was probably like the fall of my sophomore year, and we was in front of the Tri-Towers, outside though. Right. And it was a big crowd of people, big circle of people, and people who performed was in the middle. And first round, I did Articulate again, because it was a lot of new people who never heard Articulate. And then, you know who AJ is? AJ. Yeah, he be with Zach and
Yeah, I remember.
I don't think he was a student there, but he hang out with Zach and Travis.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
He ended up participating, and I was his competitor. So I did Articulate. He did some stuff like some freestyle stuff, but it wasn't really crazy compared to my stuff. Right. But because he was freestyling and saying a little bit of nice stuff, the crowd was going crazy. Like, oh, he freestyling that. So he ended up winning that simply because he was freestyling. So I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man. And then my third competition, I ended up winning finally. Oh, man. We went to. This was probably like 2 years ago. This time it was in Cleveland. Okay. On Euclid, I think it's called Hot Dog Tavern on Euclid.
I don't think I've been there before.
It's like near University Circle. near Case Western Reserve and.
Oh, I know the area is, but I've never seen that place.
Oh, but I go there. It was a lot of college. It was a lot of I guess people who went to Case who know where I'm from.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of them was doing poetry. Like they wasn't really
Right.
rhyming. It was like more emotional.
Mm-hmm.
And I was actually rapping.
Right.
So I did the first round. I did my first 2 verses to Dead, and then I won. Then the second round I did another rap called lyrical mathematics. I basically like use different mathematical terms like scheming with math and shit. And I won. I ended up winning like a book. I guess some of the students knew. It was about like an author who like wrote poetry.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, and I still got it. I never really read it, but I got
Give me that dub then.
Yeah.
All right, man. I think we got enough for 2 more questions. Do you get nervous before a performance or competition, and why?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
But it don't be like a nervous like I hope I don't mess up or.
Is it like because of the crowd or like the area that you in, where you performing, something like that?
I think it's like a natural thing. Like
Okay.
I'll be nervous
When you.
but it don't mean I'm not confident.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I guess it's just like
Shoot, nervous?
just a feel like nervousness. I feel like nervousness is like a feeling you get when you finna enter like a progress or a different higher level type shit, you know?
Right, yeah.
So yeah, I'll be nervous.
Hell yeah. I mean, that's
but I still end up. It's like I'm nervous, but once I start performing and then you react to whatever I said,
right.
Then all that shit like, ooh, are you reacting? You
got you. Right. You start getting into it after that.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question. What do you enjoy most about being a musical artist?
I'm a big fan of like wordplay. Even before I was rapping, I go to like poetry events or something like that, and just be astounded by people who say witty stuff. And I'd be like, I be thinking to myself, like, how did they come up with that? So over time, as I got better listening to like battle rap or listening to more lyrical artists, I got a better understanding on, you know, how they come up with stuff like certain things. And it helped me come up with my own little wordplay.
Right. You pride yourself on being a lyricist. And that's rare nowadays.
And another thing I like about rapping, even though, like I said before, even though I had friends, I was sort of more introverted and a lot of just thinking and being by myself. So I feel like rap helped me gain friends. Not really friends, but fans.
Yeah. I mean, both.
So like if I rap to a person at like an ice breaking type event,
right.
If I rap to them, I feel more loose, more comfortable.
That's what's up, man.
And shit.
Well, that is it for the first interview with my man's Alomod.
Alomod, the brick.
All right, man. We'll be back. Thanks for having me over, and keep in touch.